Hello fellow crafters, I'm Karen, and in this video I'll be showing you how to make 5 more easy beach-themed garden ornaments out of flower pots, including this little jellyfish. Welcome back for 5 more beach-themed garden ornaments. We're going to be working with flower pots again, so I've got my selection up here. I've expanded this time to this one pot just because it's going to be our hermit crab, and it looked a little bit more like a shell when it started, so I thought that would save me some effort in trying to make one of the regular ones look like a shell. So you'll need for this the materials and tools that are up on the screen. We're going to need those flower pots, as well as some rocks like we did last time, so you'll want to have those rinsed and dried. We're also going to need our painting supplies, and since a couple of these are a little bit fancier, we're going to need a few assembly supplies. Our jellyfish and narwhal will both use yarn, so we're going to need some glue to attach that to the flower pots, and the narwhal will also require some wooden skewers to create that tusk. As always, your color choices are flexible, but if you'd like to use the same colors that I am, then you can find those listed there as well. This first one is a walrus, and for this one you're going to need 3 different shades of brown paint. So I'm working with a darker one, which will be used for just some of the features, a medium one, which will be the bulk of the body, and then a lighter one, which will also be used for some of the features. So we're going to go through and paint the medium brown over the whole thing, and then we'll paint the rest of the face on, and we'll need some black and white to add the tusks as well as the eyes. The narwhal is going to require some assembly, and that's because a standalone flower pot can't quite pull off the narwhal look. So I'm going to be using a bamboo wooden skewer, which I will cut to length, and then I'm going to use some hot glue to attach this gold yarn around it in a spiral pattern. And we'll attach that overall with hot glue as well. But before that, we'll paint the bulk of this in a nice turquoise color and add some speckles in the gray and aqua. And then beyond that, we just need to add our face. This third one is the simplest of this set. It's going to be a bucket, so all you have to do is choose the color that your bucket is going to be. Mine is going to be this pink color. We'll paint the whole thing in that color, and then we'll add a handle using white paint. If you wanted to make it a little bit fancier, you could use a separate material and connect it with glue to make a handle, something maybe like a pipe cleaner. But I'm going to keep this nice and simple and just use paint. We're back into the realm of more complicated ones with the hermit crab. So for this one you will need 7 rocks, and these rocks are going to be a head. So this one I tried to find one that could stick into the dirt a little bit and have just a room for a small face. I have 2 rounder ones, and they aren't perfectly round, but these will be the claws. And then I have 4 additional ones where I was aiming for longer rocks, long skinny ones, which will be the legs. You could go up to 6 legs, but I have a feeling that I will have a hard time fitting this much under the edge of the pot, so I didn't go for all 6. And then the pot that I have for this one is the only one that's slightly different than the others. I saw this and it happened to look more like a shell, so I decided to take advantage of this shape. So the shell will be painted with an ivory color and then some tan detailing. And I'm going to do something I don't normally do with paint, which is mix it. And I don't do this typically because if you run out in the middle, you have to mix it exactly the same way you did the first time for your colors to match, and that's a little bit tricky. So I'm just going to be mixing a bunch of this red and orange because I want more of an orange shade of red, and I don't have a good solid paint color for that. So this will be the claws and the legs and the face, with the face details being in black, and then we'll do our shell as well. The last one here is our jellyfish, and for this one I will be working with both paint and yarn, so we're going to need some hot glue to attach the yarn. The yarn that I have here is of two types, so I've got a darker purple that's cotton yarn, and this will be the tentacles that dangle from the inside. And then we will have this thicker yarn, which is a type of baby yarn, and it's got all these extra bits, which I think just add a little bit to it, so these will be what are the jellyfish's oral arms. And then beyond that, we just have our painting to do. So I'm going to be using this lighter purple for the overall body with some details that I'll add in the darker purple. And beyond that, we just have our black and white to make the face. Thanks for supporting Tickled Fancy Crafting by watching this video. This content is available on YouTube and Rumble, so click the like or Rumble button to let me know that you enjoyed the content, and subscribe to see new Tickled Fancy Crafting videos in your feed. If you'd like to be informed directly about the content, ring the notification bell on YouTube or adjust your notification settings on Rumble. Comment with crafts that you would like to see in the future, and remember, you can make this.